So first of all, I want to thank Ted for bringing this topic up to my attention because I think it's something that has made a big difference in my life and I want to share it with you. So thanks, Ted, for that. The question, how hard do I need to effort in my exercise regime, whether I'm biking, doing yoga, lifting weights, climbing mountains, whatever it is, how hard should I push to make gains and to be able to do that for the rest of my life? What I learned from this 16-pound ball, which I was married to for almost 20 years, is what the right amount was. Let me start by saying that this ball was a teacher and, more importantly, a guru. It told me things often that I did not want to hear. Early on, the lesson was really simple. To throw this thing far, you effort all out, and you do that often. What I learned was that that wasn't sustainable. Lifting weights and throwing a shot put every day as hard as I possibly could, no matter how my body felt, was not the ultimate way to achieving the success I want, which is making an Olympic team. And I ended up making 2 of them. And that's what I want to share with you was the how. At a certain point in time, using my willpower, taking my mind and pushing my body till it couldn't do anymore was valuable. It's necessary for anyone to achieve higher goals. Whether it's fitness or being on an Olympic team or being a leader in a large corporation, you need to be able to push hard. But there's another level up. The next level up is the secret to how much to push. What my guru said was this: yes, you've learned how to push hard now. Now I want you to learn what easy is. And there are days when your body is going to need easy. There are days when medium intensity exercise is going to be useful. And there are days when hard is going to be absolutely appropriate. And the last piece is you don't need to go all out to maximum very often at all. As a matter of fact, it's better if you don't because it's unproductive. Why is that? Well, because you want sustainable progress and performance for the rest of your life. Life is a long game. Shot putting was 20 years. Life is a lot longer than that. And lifting weights and hiking and being on my bike and you being running and being on your bike and doing all the things that you love to do. And you love to be engaged in your body and you love to sweat and you love to exercise, but it is going to impede you if you keep thinking that it has to be hard to be useful. So your body is always telling you how much. Some days your body is going to say, hey, listen, I don't have much energy. I'm a 5 out of 10. 0 is very little energy, if nothing. And 10 is the highest level you have. At a 5 or less, you're probably not going to want to do very much. That's what I learned. Medium intensity is somewhere in between a 5 and a 7. With that amount of energy, yes, you can use an appropriate amount of exercise and exertion and effort and all the things you like to do, and that would be appropriate. And there are days when I have 10, and in those times, I'm going to run with it. I'm going to go. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to ride my bike a little bit harder, and you will do exactly the same thing. The next piece is don't go all out. It's just not necessary. Maybe in the finals of the Olympics or when you're doing a triathlon and you've been training and that last 2 miles, you're going to really go after it and you're going to use your mind to push your body. But that's not a sustainable way of training, of working out, of physically exerting. So you have easy, you have medium, and you have hard, and not all out till you can't do any more. How do you know? You pay attention to your body. How do you know that? You ask your body. You start paying attention to how your body feels and then making the appropriate decision. This is a practice. This takes time, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It was useful to push hard early on, and then I had to learn how to moderate the intensity based on what my body needed for long-term success and performance. That's how I got there. Not just by working hard every day. So most of the people I work with, they're very successful. They can push really, really hard. And I love that about these folks, and I love that about myself. But it's not a sustainable way of being in your body. You have to effort, but some days it's not very much. Matter of fact, some days you might have to just rest. You have to just say, I'm just going to sit on my couch and do nothing. And that's appropriate, because the next day you're going to be better. Work plus rest equals results. Some days easy, some days medium, some days hard, based on how your body feels. It's that simple. Yes, congratulations if you know how to push. If you have the resolve to push really, really hard. That's awesome. Don't rely on that as being the end all and be all. Just because you have a Ferrari that goes 200 miles an hour doesn't mean you drive around the city at 200 miles an hour. You know, what's appropriate for where you are. That's what a life athlete is. The way of the life athlete is wisdom, and wisdom transcends just pushing hard all the time. Does that make sense? It's useful to push really hard sometimes, and it's useful to do nothing and to have that range. That's wisdom. That's what I want for you. And you can be a better leader when you do that. You can be a better employer. You can be a better employee. You can make lots of money. You can throw the shot put farther. You can run farther. You can do a triathlon. And you use all of those variations of intensity based on your needs. And you will be successful in anything you do physically and beyond for the rest of your life. That's the way of the life athlete. Take good care of yourselves. Play with these principles. Let me know how they feel. Let me know if you think this is full of baloney. That's all right. Let me know. And let me know your successes too. Until next time, take good care of yourselves. You are a life athlete. You have a body, and you want it there for you for the rest of your life. And to take good care of yourselves is the way to do it. And by the way, you're the only one who can. See ya.